With the public reaction to The Acolyte being so abysmal and the viewership numbers in the toilet, it really shouldn't come as much of a surprise to normal people that Disney Star Wars looked at The Acolyte and they said, sorry, thanks but no thanks, we're done with this disaster. No season 2 for The Acolyte, it has been canceled. But over the past couple days, we've seen some people, the handful of people out there that may have actually enjoyed the show, maybe not for the story, but just because of the representation. They've been looking for answers. Why did this happen? How could this happen? It can't be true. We thought that this show is a success. Well, the reality is when you look at the ratings, the hard numbers, the Hollywood standard, the Nielsen streaming ratings, it was abysmal. The lowest viewed Star Wars show we've ever seen by a big margin. It did not deserve a second season, especially with the $180 million price tag. But interestingly enough, hidden in one of the initial reports that we have from the Hollywood Reporter, when the breaking news came out that this was getting canceled, I stumbled upon something that I thought was very interesting. One of the reasons, apparently, that Lucasfilm felt this didn't do very well, and it should come as a no-brainer because it's something we've been saying all along. When you go after fans, when you attack the fans, it's not really a great look, and it results in fewer people tuning in. That's just the reality. And we saw Lucasfilm attacking fans from the very beginning. Before the show was even released, Kathleen Kennedy decided to go out there and insult the Star Wars fan base, call them toxic, call them bigots, call them misogynists. It's the same playbook we've seen time and time and time again. Now, maybe they thought that they were doing a little preemptive strike to set the stage, to let the media know we need your help defending this show from all these trolls out there. But apparently, even internally at Lucasfilm, one of the reasons they think that this show didn't do very well is because of the star Amandla Stenberg herself and the attack that she launched on fans halfway through the season. I'm sure so many of you guys remember this. The diss track, the music video that Amandla Stenberg was so happy to release on Juneteenth, clapping back and attacking Star Wars fans. And at the time, so many of us said, yeah, this is not going to help your case. This is cringe. This is stupid. It got slammed at the time for just being completely and totally out of touch and a bad look, not just for Disney Star Wars, but specifically for the show itself. Well, like I said, in this Hollywood Reporter article, it looks like that's one of the things they actually blame some of the failures of this show for. The Leslie Headland created show earned respectable reviews from the critics, but was panned by audiences with only 18% on Rotten Tomatoes. The show is review bombed from some quarters who perceived it as woke, with certain corners of the internet going after Headland, who's a member of the LGBTQ plus community, as well as the series' diverse group of actors. And we know what Leslie Headland said about those things. This is the sentence that I really wanted to pay attention to. Also in June, star Amandla Stenberg fired back at racist backlash with an original song on social media. Yeah, perceived racist backlash. Yeah, if you want to go out there and blame every single person that doesn't like The Acolyte by just saying, well, you're just a racist, you can't handle a woman of color. It's absolutely idiotic. When you look at all of the problems that people have with this show, with the writing, with its place in the Star Wars universe, what they did, the evolution, or should I say non-evolution of some of these characters, the writing, the dialogue, everything in this show was completely amateurish and a mess. And look at what they said. Someone internal at Lucasfilm, one of the sources for the Hollywood Reporter, look at what they said about Amandla Stenberg attacking the fans. It was an easy target, said one source of the back and forth's connection to the show's cancellation, and it hurt the public perception of the show. Now, that is about as close as you're going to get for any of these mainstream outlets to actually put some of the blame where it belongs. Now, they're doing it in a very passing way, but just think about that. Source of Lucasfilm, why'd the show get canceled? Well, one of the reasons we think contributed to it, to the bad perception of this show, was Amandla Stenberg going out there and attacking fans with a cringe song. People hated this series already. And when you do something like this, it just gives people all the more reason to not like you and to not give your show a chance. Now, this show was a disaster from beginning to end. They could have stayed perfectly quiet, and I still think people would have probably hated what they put out. But when you have people setting the stage like Amandla Stenberg, like Kathleen Kennedy, attacks on Star Wars fans, you fuck yourself from the very beginning. That is what they did, and it only got worse throughout the series. This was a mistake. It was stupid. This is what happens when you hire young, woke, activist actresses who do not actually care about the product. They don't care about the fans. They don't care about the success. All they care about is pushing their agenda. That's who Amandla Stenberg is. That's who she was before they hired her, but they wanted her anyway. And now she is one of the biggest reasons that this shit show did so poorly and ended up getting canceled. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.